Hello, it's me, the Oracle of Power. Do you see that? That right there is the sound of an awesome story. You're not going to believe this. I'm about to tell you a real story, guys, and I am telling you, I don't know how this happened. I don't know why this happened, but it happened. So let's get to it. So a few days ago, I was reflecting on what should I be doing for this coming holiday season. Everybody has their Christmas gifts happening, and I'm like, I want it to be something very special and wonderful. And so there were some other things happening. We had 12/12 that just happens. So I went and I was like, all right, this is the perfect time for it's perfect. It's the full moon. You know, it is the end of the year. It's the last full moon, and with my luck, it was actually raining. So there is all of this beautiful cleansing happening in the earth and around. And so I was getting a ritual bath where I cleanse myself. And if you guys want me to explain that, I'll explain in another video. And so while I was reflecting, I just kept getting this notion of I have to go outside and collect some of this rainwater. And so I was like, all right, so what am I going to collect it in? And I had these little amber jars, you know, the ones like the essential oils come in. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to put some in here. I'm going to take these outside. I'm going to put them outside. And I went to the back room to go out to my backyard. But I didn't notice that my beloved had placed some things in front of the door. And I was like, all right, I'm not moving all of these things to get back there. So I go to the front and I'm just like, but I have no pants on. And I was like, okay, I could go upstairs and find some pants. But it was like there was this urgency to like get outside. So they were just like, nope, you don't need pants. And I'm like, oh, I do need pants, or I will be getting a ticket, or probably put it, getting a phone call to someone else. Like, can you go make me up? I got arrested. So anyways, so I don't need pants. And I'm like, all right, if I put these little vials outside, then, they might get kicked over. I don't have a front yard. So when you come out of my house, it's a porch, and then it's a sidewalk, and then it's the street. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm looking around my house. What can I put out there? I didn't want to leave a bowl out there because it'll be like the same situation. I didn't want anything that could break. So I was like, all right, I found a Ziploc bag. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to open the Ziploc bag. It's like 11 o'clock at night. And I go outside off my porch onto the public sidewalk in my neighborhood. There's a couple hundred houses on my block. And I have no pants on and just in a jacket. It's 29. It's 29 degrees. And I'm just doing what I felt like I was supposed to be doing, which is collecting this doggone rainwater. This 12/12 special rainwater that is the ultimate rainwater because it's the last full moon of the year, and it was just so special. So I'm there just collecting it, and I'm freezing, and I'm like, all right, okay, how much do I need? And I'm just watching the bag fill up, How much do I need? So the bag gets, I would say, a third of the way full. It's like one of the bigger Ziploc bags. I'm like, okay, this is enough. And so I start walking. Listen. This is when things, I have to slow down in this part so you guys can get it, because this is when it starts to get fuzzy. So I start walking back up towards my house, and I go up the porch, open the door. So I'm coming into the door, and I grab my key because I have a deadbolt, and I grab my key to lock the door. And I see myself put the key in. But then as I see myself put the key in, all of a sudden, it was like, that moment when the record player just goes, like the needle, and everyone just stops and pauses. It was like that moment. And in that moment, that pause, I'm getting this download of information. And I'm being explained what this special 12/12 final moon water is. Actually, I actually kept one bottle left. I'm going to show it to you guys. All of the remnants of what I have left. Okay, let's see. So I have one in this little amber bottle. That's a salt. That's a big piece of salt. Oh no, it's not. That's a crystal from the amethyst bed it was laying on. And then I have this bottle. So this is all of the water that I have left, that I have collected from outside. So I have the key in the door. And in that moment, I'm being told the information. And it's like, this is a redo. That's the word they use. This is a redo. And I was like, a redo? What do you mean a redo? I've used moon water, rainwater for all sorts of cleansings and blessings, but I've never heard it as a redo. So all of a sudden, if you guys ever seen, okay, have you ever seen the show Flash, or the comic book? It's that guy, and he has the ability to run as fast as lightning. So in the show, they kind of like give him like this blur as he's running, like as he's going so fast, he has like this blur. I can see myself kind of superimposed onto my now reality. So it's like I'm paused still in this frame in front of the door, but then I see myself from the perspective of through my eyes, but from a different part of my house. I'm looking out of my eyes, but not out of my eyes in front of my front door, out of my eyes and from my kitchen, which is towards the back of my house. And I see myself running in that blur, just like the guy from the guy Flash. I see myself running and I have that blur, and I run to my body that is in front of the front door. And then as I go into my body, it's kind of like when you're in a car and then somebody like stops too fast and you feel like that poof, like that. It is like that. It was like that. It was like run and then poof. And then in that moment, now I can look through my eyes again and I see myself doing the same gesture that I had already previously done. I had already put the key into the door, but not in this moment. In this new moment, this superimposed moment, this redo, my key was coming out of from the lower part of my body. I think I was taken out of my pocket or something, and going into the door. So I was in that motion going towards the door again. And then I reheard redo. And I was just like, what just happened? Like, did I just go back in time like 10 seconds? My mind was blown. I have never had that happen to me before, ever. I was coming home. I did my ritual bath. I went outside, came in. That key was absolutely in the door. And even if it hadn't been in the door, I was in that moment at the front door, not in the kitchen, not in the back door, the front door. And I saw myself running that super speed to myself, to be explained visually and physically what a redo was. Then I was told I get one chance to use this water. One chance. And it kind of felt like if I misspoke or I made a wrong choice and I just needed to take back just a couple of seconds. So what do I think this is? Do I think it's magic? No, I really don't. I think it's alchemy. I think it's a special, well, if you think of alchemy. But I think it's a special gift that I was given. Do I think I went back in time 10 seconds? Yes, I do think I went back in time 10 seconds. So I think that is impossible. I thought so till the 12th of December 2019. I definitely thought so. Well, in that manner anyways, I astral project all the time, and I also do shadow work and energy work. So I have an understanding that, past, there is no past. Everything's kind of just in this big circle superimposed on top of each other, happening simultaneously. But for that to have happened, it was wicked. It was crazy. It was just, I have no words for it. I mean, what if that would have happened to you? How would you have felt about it? Let me know in the comments below. Am I making this up for people to go, oh, look, she's making this up? No, I don't have enough views for that. I definitely don't have enough people on here for that. But I like to sometimes keep a journal on here. Like, this was worthy of an update. So, all right, that's pretty much caught up with that. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about it. It happened. What can I say? What am I gonna do with these? These are like these super magical waters here now. Like, Should they ever even get used? I don't know. What would you do if you knew if you knew what I experienced and it happened to you, and you knew these little bit of waters left can give you a redo, 10 seconds. What would you do with them? Thank you for checking me out. This is your Uncle Apollo. May you go in love, light, and wisdom. Tune in with me. I am posting daily tarot cards. May you go in love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back. And I will see you in 2020. Happy decade. Ciao.